Okay, I wanted shalom. First of all, shalom. I hope everyone is doing wonderful on this beautiful Shabbat. So, I wanted to talk about some breaking news from CNN. I am using my Apple device and I am in Apple News, and it's an article from CNN regarding the FDA and the COVID. The title is, it says top stories. You can see that, top stories. Okay. Why FDA advisors did not recommend COVID-19 booster shots for everyone. Oh my gosh. Now, when this hits CNN, you know it's really something. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay, while we waiting on that to, okay, here it is.
Doses of the Pfizer vaccine for people 65 and older and for those at high risk, but rejecting boosters for everyone else. I want to bring in now CNN medical analyst, Dr. Jonathan Reiner. Doctor, good evening. Good to see you. FDA voted to recommend COVID vaccines, as I said, 65 and older, those at high risk. What about the boosters for most Americans? What happened?
We didn't have the data. And one of the things that really struck me about today, and many of us were
Okay, since the audio wants to act up, I will read the article. Okay, 5 reasons why FDA advisors did not recommend COVID-19 booster shots for everyone. And this is Maggie Fox, CNN, updated 11:55 p.m. Eastern Time, September the 17th, 2021, which was yesterday. Okay, so it says vaccine advisors to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration declined Friday to recommend the agency approve COVID-19 booster doses for everyone who got vaccinated 6 months ago or longer. That's strange, isn't it? Okay. They did recommend a more limited step, emergency use authorization for people 65 and older and for people at high risk of severe infection. Then they went back and added in healthcare workers and other people at high risk of getting infected at work, even if they are not at especially high risk of severe disease. But why not just go ahead and say everyone who wants a booster can get one? Members of the Vaccines and Related Biological Products Advisory Committee were effusively vocal about why not. Exactly. They have pushed this on the whole entire world to the 4 corners of the earth. So why not continue with the follow-up shots? Why do certain groups get a follow-up and not others? Okay. Then the article goes on to say they think it's too soon. The stated goal of this vaccine has been to protect against serious illness. Dr. Paul Offit, OFFIT, a professor of pediatrics at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, told the meeting. Data shows that these vaccines do exactly that. he added, is exactly what you'd expect. I don't think it's protecting, because there's people who receive the vaccine and still die. They're not telling you that, but those of you that have loved ones that have passed from this, you need to tell your story, okay? Those of you who have loved ones who've taken a vaccine and still got the COVID, you need to tell your story. Now, at first, when the vaccine came out, they made it seem like the vaccine was going to prevent you from having COVID. So they pushed the vaccination and you don't have to wear the mask as long as you're vaccinated. Now, since people are coming out telling what's really going on, you have all these victims, they had taken the vaccine and they still caught it. And some of their family members still passed from it. And so then they had no choice but to come out and tell the truth. It is that the vaccine does not stop you from getting it. Also, you have to ask yourselves, why is this free healthcare all of a sudden? When have this government ever given the whole entire world free healthcare? When? So when have they been so caring? You're talking about free healthcare for the whole entire world. The flu season has been around for ages. When have they ever given the flu vaccine for free? Come on, people, you have to question yourself. And I'm going to tell you right now, okay? The COVID is one of the plagues from the Most High. It's one of the plagues from the Most High. Along with the hurricanes, the tornadoes, the earthquakes, did I say fires? With the fires, people just randomly being taken out. It's all the plagues of the Most High. There's nothing that could stop the Most High. That's the truth to the matter. Okay, now let's go on to say, let me finish reading. Even Pfizer said its vaccine was still very much preventing severe disease, hospitalization, and deaths in the US, with an effectiveness of more than 90%. The company argued that this might not last much longer. Why not? Why not? Why not? If it's really been doing that, why not? If a medication is helping, it's going to continue to help. Does that make sense to any of you all? No. But many members of VRBPAC didn't buy it. I concur. They don't see enough evidence to justify booster shots for everyone. What evidence are they looking for? Well, I mean, because remember, they said even young people were getting sick. Young people was even dying. If they don't recommend the booster shot for everyone, why are they pushing these vaccinations on these children? It is my opinion that we need this in our armamentarium. A booster dose now, particularly for the elderly and those with other high-risk conditions. But I share my colleagues' angst about the sparsity of safety data, said Dr. Mark Sawyer, a professor of clinical pediatrics at the University of California in San Diego. I am hopeful that CDC rolls this out in a gradual fashion. Dr. Michael Kurilla, an infectious disease specialist at the National Center for Advancing Translational Sciences, said he suspected Pfizer went too far in extrapolating data on older people to a younger population. So it's unclear that everyone needs to be boosted. If everyone needs a shot, everyone needs to be boosted. How can you explain not? Other than a subset of the population that clearly would be at high risk for serious disease. It is not clear to me that the data we are seeing now is applicable to the general population. Exactly. Yeah. They would like a lot more data and a chance to look for mistaken conclusions. First of all, I remember when this first broke out, this was way before it really hit the world wide. It first happened in China when that doctor, he was texting his colleagues, it was 4 of them. So this information was between those 4 professionals. Then from their social media, it blew up. So that's how it all spread it. All this information spread it about the COVID. Okay. That's how it all spread it. And I said that to say this. Had that doctor not said anything, they would have kept this as silent as long as they could. One of the issues in this is that much of the data that's been presented and being discussed today is not peer reviewed and has not been reviewed by FDA, Krause said. Krause, along with another FDA vaccine official, Marion Gruber, okay, so it goes on to say, Kurilla noted that Pfizer studies relied heavily on measurements of antibodies without looking at other important aspects of immune response. So, taking care of your bodies is very important. You must drink a lot of water, eat a lot of vegetables and fruits, and get a lot of exercise. That's how you build up your immune system, okay? It says, it's a little disappointing that there's been very little reporting of the cellular immune responses and an entire focus on the neutralizing antisera, Kurilla said. Immunologists point out that long-lasting protection comes from immune cells called B cells and T cells, and Pfizer only presented data on antibody response. It goes on to say, we are lacking data, including strong data on vaccine doses that have been given, said Dr. Haley Gons, a professor of pediatrics at Stanford University Medical Center. And my thing also is that how can the same medication treat everyone? Now, y'all know something is wrong with that. Even if you do have the same condition as someone, you can't take the same dosage as someone else because your body type is different. The FDA's Dr. Doran Fink told the meeting the agency was not sure either. We really don't have enough data yet to know what the risk of myocarditis or pericarditis would be following a booster dose. Okay, so they're saying that they don't know if it's going to affect your muscles or not. Okay. Studies have shown younger adults and older teens, especially males, have a higher risk of this rare heart inflammation after receiving an mRNA vaccine, Pfizer's, although the problem resolves quickly with prompt treatment. Okay. I'm going to drop down a little, but this article is from CNN on yesterday, September the 17th, so you all can continue reading this. I'm going to drop down to the bottom of it. It says, it is a frustrating place to be in when we have in the United States more than adequate supplies of vaccine, and yet have been unable to achieve the level of coverage that will result in much better control of the pandemic than we have, said Dr. Melinda Wharton, Director of the Immunization Services Division at the U.S. Centers for Disease Control Prevention. Boosters are probably not the action that is going to have the most health impact in the U.S., she said. Okay, so I'm not speaking against anyone taking it. I just wanted to bring to your attention what CNN is saying. Okay. So do what's best for you. Okay. So thank y'all for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, and please hit that notification button so you will be notified when I am dropping new videos. Shabbat Shalom and be safe.